Hello guys. It's Bongi Nkosi here, Msibi. So here we have uh, this is the Lenovo. Okay, so it came to me as a dead bot. So anyway, what you need a multimeter as always, and then we will need a DC inject power. Let's plug it in. We have to see. Okay, anyway, we have it now. What else do we need? Okay, anyway, this is it. Let me take a charger. Anyway, I have a charger here with me, so let's go ahead. Let's see if we have a dead board or not. Okay, the charger is plugged in. So what do you do? Wait. Let me take the power button as well. We'll need a power button. The power button is here on the laptop cover, the top cover, the one with thing with a keyboard, where the keyboard fits. That's where you find the power button. Okay, since now we have the power button, let's connect the power button and then we'll take it from there. Okay, you can see the power button has been connected. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, let's plug in the charger. Charger is plugged in. Now let's press the power button. PC is not turning on. No fan spin. Nothing. Okay, let's remove the power button and then so now let's check some measurements. Let's check the 3.3 volts. Okay, but first, before we even go there, let's do the basic. Let's check the 19 volts. You know the story. You can't just jump and check 3.3 volts. Starts with 19 volt because there is nothing, no power, no fan spin. We are getting 0 volts. Okay, you connect one probe to ground. This is ground as well. This is ground as well. This is ground as well. The USB ports are ground as well. The top part, the silver part, even the VGA, the top part, the silver part is ground as well. So I'm gonna connect it here or here or here. It's up to me. It's up to you guys. So what you do? Let's check the 19 volts. Okay, we do have the 19 volts as you can see. Okay, now what is the first MOSFET? This is the first MOSFET, I think. Let's check. We do have 20 volts. Let's check the output of the first MOSFET. We do have 20 volts. Let's check the second MOSFET input. We do have 20 volts. Let's check the output of the first, of the second MOSFET. We do have 20 volts. Okay, nothing is getting hot. Okay, we do have 20 volts. Let's check the current sensor. We do have 20 volts. Okay, Even here I believe we do have 20 volts. This is the charging section. We do have 20 volts. Okay, anyway, we do have 20 volts. Okay, let's check the BIOS, the 3.3 volts. Okay, on the BIOS chip we check pin number 8. We have 0 volts there. Pin number 1, obvious, it should be 0. Pin number 8, it is supply. Okay, it's where the chip receive power. Let me show you the first MOSFET and the second MOSFET under the microscope, because I don't want you to be lost. Let's go under the microscope. Let's check. I want to show you where I was checking. I started from here. This was the first MOSFET. So what I did, I checked here. There was 20 volts, and on the output there was 20 volts. And this is the second MOSFET. I checked as well. There was 20 volts. Even here there was a 20 volts, and this is the jumper PJ, the jumper, power jumper. You can even check here, and there was 20 volts. And this is a resistor, a current sensor. I checked here and here as well. There was 20 volts, and I followed this power rail. There was 20 volts all over. Even on this transistor there was 20 volts, and this whole section, this side, it's a charging section, including this current sensor for a charger. But these two transistors, these two MOSFETs, are the main power. For the main power coming from where? Coming from the charger. This is a DC input where you connect your charger connect. Anyway, let's go back to our camera. Alright, so we are done with the 19 volts, and we are sure there's nothing wrong with the 19 volts 100%. But now we are using the 3.3 volts. This is the BIOS chip. I was checking the BIOS chip here. Pin number 8 of the BIOS chip should be 3.3 volts, and there was 0. So here I believe one of these should be 3.3 or 5 volts. These two guys, one of them should be 5, the other one should be 3.3. I don't know which one is 3.3 or which one is 5, but let's go ahead. And again, you can use a schematic. Schematics are simple and are nice because they give you a proper. Okay, we have 0. What about here? Here as well we have 0 volts. What about here? We do have 20, as you can see, but these chips are not generating 3.3, and the other one is not generating 5 volts. Okay, I'm gonna remove a charger. Let's check for a short. To check for a short, you switch your multimeter to diode mode or continuity mode, and then as you can see it's giving you 0 0. Now let's check. How do you check for short? You connect one probe to ground, and then you touch here. There is a short. Even here there is a short as well. Okay, these two guys are shorted. Two guys are shorted. I don't know which one is shorted, but it can't be both of them. But there is a short. Let's remove the CMOS battery. As you can see, we have a short here. Okay, anyway, let's go online. Let's go online. Okay, let's go online. Let's download the schematic for this board, and then we'll use a schematic together. I know the schematic is gonna help you a lot to understand, and it's gonna make everything easier for you while I'm explaining. Okay, so what you do, go online. Let's go to our Chrome. Okay, and then you type the board number, the laptop motherboard number. Here it's BMW Q A421. Okay, A482 schematic. I think this is the one. Okay, / BMW Q2 UMA and M hyphen A482 schema. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I believe this is the one. Okay, let's download the schematic. Okay, we have a schematic, and again, let me show you the port number. The port number, it looks like this, something like this. This is the port number. You use this to download online. This is the port number. Okay, so what do you do? Let's go back to our board where there was a short. So how do you use the schematic? It's simple. Remember I was checking here on these two coils. These are coils, and both of them are short. I mean, they are showing a short. I was checking here. Okay, I was checking here. I even checked these capacitors. They're all shorted because there's a short here. Okay, these two chips are responsible for 3.3 and 5 volts, but I don't know which one is 5 volts and I don't know which one it's 4.4 volts. I mean, I don't know which one is 3.3 and I don't know which one is 5 volts. So what I'm gonna do, so what you do actually, you search the number. Let's use this one. It's a PL401, stand for a coil. So let's check these coils. Let's go back. Okay, start. Okay, so you go to edit, go to find, and then you type PL41, PL oh shit, you know, this Adobe things just froze. Open with the system viewer. Okay, how do we search here? Okay, it's here. Type PL 401 and then search. Okay, these two coils, they stand for 3.3 and the other one is 5 volts. You see both of them. This is PL401, it's a coil. Okay, it's shorted. There's a short here, and again there's a short on PL402. Both coils are shorted. So let's use a common sense. What can cause the shorts here? Do you think there's a possibility that these two chips, they can be shorted same time? And again, how come that one chip is shorted and the other one is shorted? These are chips. These are chips. PU41 are chips and PL are coils. These are coils. So these chips, they take 19 volts and then they convert it into 3 volts always. Okay, same case here. B plus at 19 volts and then it's converted into 5 volts always. Okay, now I know how come we have a short here. I think 3.3 volts always. It's on both sides, on both chips. Okay, it's here on 3.3 and it's here on 5 volts, as you can see. I think the short is coming from the 3.3, from the 3 volts always. Let's check the power chip. I believe the power chip, it's 3 volts always, and the power button as well is 3 volts always. Oh, but before I continue, okay, UC3 BIOS chip, it's UC3. Let's type UC3. You use the number on the board, UC3. UC3. Where is it? Okay, no, anyway, I'm wrong. 3 volt always is not coming here. Let's check the power button. The power button should be 3 volts always. How do we check the power button? You go to a power button connector, you do the same thing, you type the number there. Here it's J P W R B 1. Okay, it's JPW. Okay, here it is. Let me zoom in. We should have 3 volts always there. And luckily we don't have 3 volts always. We don't have 3 volts always. This is the power button. Let's check pin number 1. Pin number 1 should be 3 volts, and pin number 2 as well, and pin number 3 as well. Okay, let's see. This is the power button. This is a connector. There's a power button connector. Okay, it's same as it is on the schematic. Okay, my multimeter just went to sleep, so I have to wake it up. Okay, you connect one port to ground, and I'm touching here on the silver USB connector, and this short is everywhere, guys, and straight to ground, straight to ground, straight to ground. Pin number 1 is shorted as well, straight to ground. Okay, straight to ground. Okay, 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 let's hope. Now I'm worried. You know why I'm worried? Because now if the startup chip it's dead, of which it's possible, because the laptop, when I plugged in the charger, it wasn't charging at all. Because sometimes even if the laptop doesn't have the 3.3 or the 3.3 volts is shorted, sometimes, in most cases, not even sometimes, the PC should charge, but it won't turn on since it's missing the 3.3 volts or the 5 volts. But in this case, it wasn't charging, of which I believe that the startup chip, this is the startup chip, is responsible for charging the laptop and for turning the laptop on. I believe it's shorted. But anyway, before that, let's do a physical inspection under the microscope. Let's go back. Let's do a physical inspection. We can see some bad capacitors. I know how. Through a microscope we can see them. We can determine them. We can see them. I know how they look if they are shorted because I'm used to it. Okay. Let's come here near the chip. This whole side is shorted. I was checking. Whole thing is shorted. Does this chip have a hole? What is that there? It's more like a hole. I know, no short. No short. This is the startup chip. Don't trust this guy. I'm telling you, and I have my own reasons. I have my own reasons why I don't trust this guy. In this case, I don't trust this guy. But before we even conclude about him or end up saying bad things about this guy, let's just check randomly. Let's just check everything. Move on. You know, when people are accusing you of something that you didn't do. So again, let me be careful as well before I end up accusing this guy for being a bad guy. Okay, let me turn the board around. Okay, now I have the board the other way around. Okay, and focus. There's a big short here, guys. There's a big short because when I checked using a multimeter, it was straight to ground, just straight to ground. That's how I noticed that there's a big short because it was just shorted straight to ground. Okay, we have something here. What is this? Go back again. What is this? Okay, this chip is gone. I bet this chip is gone. There's a hole here. And this chip is gone. This chip is gone. uh it's U13. It's PU13 or it's U13. Oh, I think it's U13. It's U13. This is responsible for RAM. This is a RAM chip because it's near the RAM slot. But let's conclude. Let's search for U13. U13. Okay, here it says. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was wrong. Anyway, this is not for a RAM. Okay, now it does make sense. Remember what I said from the beginning when I was checking the 3.3 volts and the 5 volts. I said it's not possible for both of those two chips to be shorted because both of them are shorted to ground. So my question was, how come that both of them are shorted? Was it shorting both the 3.3 and the 5 volts? I was trying to figure out where exactly do they connect, and now it does make sense. See here, 5 volts always. See here, 3.3 volts always. So this chip here, this little guy here, he turns 3.3 volts always into a 3.3 switch. And again, with the same thing with the 5 volt always, he turns 5 volts always into 5 volts switch. Meaning, when you plug in the charger, the 5 volts would be everywhere, and the 3 volts as well would be everywhere. But not all the components with 5 volts or 3 volts will be turned on unless you press the power button. So this chip here, this little guy here, he's acting like a switch, oh, okay, yeah. It's written even here. It's a load switch, meaning he takes the 5 volts always and turn it on to supply some other chips that work with 5 volts always. Only when you press the power button, then you'll have the 5 volts and the 3 volts at some certain point. But there won't be any volts on those certain points unless you press what? You press the power button. So this guy here, he switches. Now it all makes sense. I was asking myself, how come that the 3.3 volts and the 5 volts are both shorted at the same time? And my question was, where exactly do they connect? Like, I was asking myself, which chip can connect these two voltages? And now it makes sense. So everything here inside this chip, it's connected, it's shorted. The ground is combined with 5 volts always, with 3.3 volts always. You will see after removing this chip. So anyway, let's go back. Let's remove this guy. Okay, let's remove this guy. After removing this guy, you will see that the 3.3 volts and the 5 volts, they won't be shorted at the same time. I'm not saying they don't be any short, but they won't be shorted at the same time. And again, I think this is the main problem. I think after solving this, everything would be back to normally. So here I'm using a foil to cover the RAM slot, because the chip is near the RAM slot, is very close to a RAM slot. I don't want to bend the RAM slot, so that's why I'm covering the RAM slot using a foil. Let's apply some flattening, and again we'll have to look for this chip we don't have a choice. Okay, now we are done. Let's remove the foil. As you can see, I didn't bend the RAM slots because there's a plastic side here. Nothing was damaged. So let's check back the board to our camera. All right. Now let's go back to our 5 volts and 3 volts where I was checking for a short and see if we still have a short or not after removing this chip. Okay, we still have a short. Still have a short. Now I'm just wondering, I'm surprised. What else? Okay. Okay, this is bad news. I think I know what is going on here. As I was saying, guys, it's possible that the startup chip it's damaged. I'm telling you, because still the short is everywhere. Still we have a short on the 3.3 volts and 5 volts. And now my question is again, what other chip can cause the 3.3 and the 5 volts to be shorted at the same time? You know what, it's simple. As you can see, the 3.3 volts and the 5 volts are both shorted. Let's come with 3.3 volts and then inject it here. Let's inject the 3.3 volts. So what you do, you connect your ground here. I'm using a power supply. Connect your ground. You turn your power supply into 3.3. Anyway, guys, here there's no doubt. I don't trust this startup chip. I have my reasons why I don't trust the startup chip. I don't trust the startup chip here. It's possible that the startup chip is shorted. It's very possible. Let's apply the 3.3. Something is getting hot this side. This side something is getting hot. Getting hot. This side. Nothing this side, but here. This side. I can't tell which component, but here something is getting hot. And it's not the startup chip, because the startup chip is not on this side, it's not here. Something is getting hot, it's around here. not here, not around here, but around here. So it's simple. Let's put alcohol. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's apply. Let's inject 3.3 volts again and see. Okay, wait. I didn't connect ground. Connect ground, and then let's observe. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's fine because something here is getting hot. Okay, underneath the board. Let me come even on this coil. Let's see again. Okay, can't see. Okay, let me do it again. Let's see. Yeah. I think the chip is on the other side of the board. It's getting extremely hot. Yep. I'll show you under the microscope because it's here, or otherwise I think the board is shorted within the board itself, of which is possible. Within the board itself, of which is possible. Okay. Let me try to come. Let's power the site and then let's see. Let's observe. Oh yeah. This chip it's shorted. U3. Let's go back to U3. Let's check U3. Where is it? Where is it? U3 should be a transistor if I'm not mistaken. Where is it? Where is it? I can see. Where is your tree? Okay, anyway, I can't tell. So, can't see the U3. Let's remove U3. Okay, I saw this chip burning the alcohol. Okay, sorry about that. I removed the U3 now. I'm sorry that I didn't show you. U3 is out. Still we have a short, but now okay. You know what? This board is too much. Let me just pause it. I'll continue this video on another video because I'm late now. I have to rush. I have to go somewhere, guys. I'll see you on the next video. I will leave everything here on my desk. When I come back, I will continue where I left. Sharp, sharp.